Good morning, Srivatsan.
Morning, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
I am. Okay. So, do you have any doubts from last class or any other class?
No, sir, not no, sir.
That, good morning. Do you have any doubts?
Morning, sir. No, sir.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, so let's just begin the class, shall we? Hmm? So, is the screen clear? Everyone?
Yes,
We
sir.
do both. Yeah. So you guys have the formulas ready with you, right? Sin C plus D, sin C plus sin D, all of that.
Yes, sir.
In last class, we have a few formulas. I asked you to do the remaining also. So, okay, I'll just ask. What's sin C plus sin D?
2 sin c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2.
Okay. Sin C minus sin D?
2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2.
Cos C plus cos D?
2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2.
Right? Cos C minus cos D?
Minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2.
Yes. Right? Guys, remember this, all right? This is important. If you're using it in many places, this way and that way, both ways. Okay. If you get 2 sin A cos B, what do you write that as? Sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. So like that, there are three more formulas as well. Ensure you recollect it. It's from the previous, these four formulas only. All right. So, okay. Just given problem, see how that goes. Question is 7 theta minus sin 5 theta divided by cos 7 theta cos 5 theta. What is this one here? Numerator becomes 2.
Cos 6 theta.
Well, theta by 2. So that's 6 theta into sine 2 theta by 2, which is theta, divided by 2
And theta.
cos theta cos theta. Okay, 2 cancels out. You're left with tan theta. Absolutely right. Right? Right answer? Let's move ahead. Now, okay, find the value of this when theta is 7.5 degrees. Okay, find the value of this when theta is 7.5 degrees. Start. How do you solve this? How do you solve this? First term in the numerator becomes
9 theta.
9 theta
Plus
plus
70, sin 7 theta.
theta. And then this term becomes
sin 9 theta
Minus
plus
sin 9 theta.
9 theta
Minus sin 3 theta.
sin 3 theta. Good. And denominator becomes
Cos 3
cos
theta.
theta plus cos theta. All right. And then here you get plus cos 7 theta minus cos theta. All right. So then what does this become next? You get some terms cancelling out. Okay, so sin 7 theta minus sin 3 theta would be 2 cos 5 theta cos 2 theta. Sorry, sin 2 theta. Then cos 3 theta plus cos 7 theta would become 2 cos 5 theta into cos minus this by 2 theta. Cos 5 theta and 2 cancel out. I'm left with tan 2 theta. What can you do from here?
sir, substitute theta is equal to 7.5, you get tan 15. So tan 15 you write it as tan 45 minus tan 30. Tan 45 minus 30. And then you apply the formula.
What's the formula there? Tan A minus tan B by 1
By
plus
1
tan A tan B. So tan A is 1 minus tan B 1 by root 3 by 1 plus tan A, which is 1 into 1 by root 3. So I get root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1. If I rationalize the denominator, I'll get divided by 2. Root 3 minus 1, the whole square will become 4 minus 2 root 3. So my answer becomes 2 minus root 3. Got this, guys? Okay, so your answer will be 2 minus root 3 here. All right. Guys, any doubts here?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's just continue to the next problem. Guys, forgive the handwriting, just do the problem quickly. 1 second. Just unforgivable. Cos 4 theta minus cos theta is equal to 1. Okay, so you have to prove that is equal to 1. How do you go about this? Yeah, how do you go about this? Oh yeah, everything cancels out, you get 1. Guys, were you getting the same thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm requesting all of you to unmute yourselves. Okay, thank you. Guys, please be a little responsive. Don't sleep off. I just feel bad when that happens. So, now, cos square 73, cos square 47, all in degrees, okay? Plus cos 73, cos 47. Okay, what do you do here? What is this value equal to? What is the value of cos square 73, cos square 47, plus cos 73, cos 47? We'll give you a clue. Like this, cos square 73 plus this side is 1 minus sine square 47. I'll add 1 here, and then over here, put minus sine square 47. Next, what are the other terms that remain? So like this as 1 by 2, 2 cos 73, cos 47. Now can you try the rest, please? Siddharth, please unmute yourself. Guys, can you try from here? Am I asking too much when I ask for a response?
And how do you solve that 1 plus cos square 73 minus cos square 47?
No, I just wrote this cos square 47 as 1 minus sine square 47. 1 minus sine square 47.
I'm asking generally, sir, how do you solve it?
How do you solve? Which one?
No, I'm just asking, sir, how do you proceed with that?
This one. Okay. So last time I gave you one formula, right? Cos square theta minus sine, like cos square a minus sine square b. Where is it? Sorry, I gave it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Huh. Cos square a minus sine square b is cos a plus b into cos a minus b. All right. So this is what I wanted you guys to recollect. All right. So when you see this cos square a minus sine square b, this is nothing but cos a plus b. And we notice 73 plus 47 is 120 degree into cos a minus b. So that will come out to 26 degree. All right. Plus 1. That is this one here. Plus 1 by 2. What about this one here? 2 cos a cos b.
Cos A plus B, cos A plus cos A minus B.
Good. Cos 120 plus cos again 26. Now, what happens here? What is cos 120? Cos 120. Second quadrant cos will be negative. What is cos 60?
1
It will
by
be
2.
negative of cos 180 minus 60. That way. Okay. So it will be negative cos 60. Sorry. Negative cos 60 is minus 1 by 2 cos 26 plus 1 plus half cos 120. Again, we learn that cos 120 is minus 1 by 2, then plus half into cos 26. I have no idea what cos 26 doesn't matter because there's a minus half cos 26 here. Next, what is happening? Oh, these two are multiplied. So 1 minus 1 by 4 becomes 3 by 4. We got this. So the idea here was I saw cos square A plus cos square B. Okay, and then I noticed that if I add the angles, it might be useful because I'm getting 120 here. I know cos, sine, everything of 120. Now, what I did here was cos square A plus cos square B, I don't have any formula for. But if I write it as cos square A minus cos square B or cos square A minus sine square B, I would be better off. All right. So that's exactly what I did here. All right. I wrote cos square in terms of sine square. And then I got cos square A minus sine square B, which is cos A plus B into cos A minus B. And then the other part was a product of two terms, cos A into cos B. So you also know how to do that right now. Okay. Multiply and divide by 2. And then take that 2 cos A cos B and write it as cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. Got this?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, okay, yeah, next problem. Sorry, guys. Blanked out for a second there. Yeah. Cos 55 plus cos 65 plus cos 175. Okay, what do you do here? Cos 175. All degrees, all in degrees. Guys, any suggestions? What can you do here?
We need to pair up one of them.
We need to
Pair up two of them and use an identity.
pair up what terms? Hello?
We 55 and
We need to
55
pair what up? We need to pair what up? I didn't follow you. Sorry. Like your
cos
voice is
55
very.
and cos 65.
Okay. Cos 55 and cos 65 we'll pair up first. Huh? Good. So what do you get there? 2 cos 55 plus 65 by 2, which is 60 into cos
5.
55 minus 65 by 2, which is 5. Okay. And this cos 175, I can write it as cos 180 minus 5. All right. This is nothing but minus of cos 5. Okay. What is cos 60?
1 by 2.
1 by 2 into cos 5 minus cos 5. This becomes 0. Thank you, Aditi. Your answer was right. All right. The approach was absolutely perfect here. Okay, because you notice that when you add these up, you get a familiar angle, which is 120. All right. And 120 by 2 is what we'll be using here. And that is cos 60. Got that? Right. So, if you have any notes, please stop me. I'll be moving on to the next question now. Where is the alpha? Minus sin 3 alpha. Okay, find this value where alpha is pi by 19. Okay, already in. Where alpha is pi by 19, you have to find the value of sine 23 alpha minus sine 3 alpha by sine 16 alpha plus sine 4 alpha. 4 alpha. Yeah, 4 alpha only.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, please ask. I'm waiting for
In
someone
the
to ask. Yeah.
previous problem, we took it as plus cos by 6, cos 60. Why isn't it minus cos 60?
Which one? The first part, right? Of this question?
Yes, sir.
Like here?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, so here I took sine C. Sorry, amazing. Cos C plus cos D. And that is what? 2 cos C plus D by 2. Cos C minus d by 2. So here C is 55, D is 65. Okay. So this cos 60 you're asking about, right?
Yeah, okay, sir, I understood. I forgot the 2, which is the denominator.
Sorry. Divide by 2. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So remember, when you have a product and you're making it into this form, you simply add the angles up. Okay. But when you have sum and you're converting it into a product, that time don't forget, you have to divide by 2. Or you can imagine this way also. There's a reason why you multiply it by 2. Okay.
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay. So think like that. So, but then remember, the thought is fake. It's something you're using to remember this. Right? Okay, that's not the real reason why there is a 2 there. Okay. But you can use it to remember. Okay. So this question, okay, what's sin A minus sin B? Again, we're converting sum into a product here. So 2 cos A plus B by 2, which will be 26 by 2, which will be 13 alpha. Then sin A minus B by 2, which will become 10 alpha. Then below you'll have sin of 10 alpha into sin of 6 alpha. Alright. What cancels out? 2 and sin of 10 alpha cancel out. You have cos 13 pi by 19. I'm substituting. Okay, alpha equal to pi by 19. And then you have sin 6 pi by 19. Okay, what do we get from here?
So it should be cos 6 by 9.
Yes, sir.
Sin-
So it's 2 sin 10 alpha cos 6 alpha.
2 sin 10 alpha
In the denominator.
the denominator. Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. It's cos. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Right. Very careless mistake there. So, yeah, this will become cos 6 pi by 19. And then, what will your answer be from here? It will be minus 1, right? What is happening? Just notice, guys, these angles, I don't care what it is, but when you add them up, what do you get? You get pi.
Pi.
Okay. So these are supplementary angles. So the idea here is cos 13 pi by 19 is nothing but pi minus 6 pi by 19. And that is, I'm just talking about the numerator right now. That'll be cos 6 pi by 19. No, that'll be minus cos 6 pi by 19. Got this? Cos pi minus theta is minus cos theta. All right, so we use that to get minus 1 as our answer here. Are you following or is it boring?
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes, sir, follow.
If it's boring, tell me, okay? I'll try to mix another topic also. So now let's move on to the next question. Sin 1 degree, 3 degree. Okay, let that be. Let this question be. Okay, actually, let this be a homework. It's a good homework. The sin 7 divided by cos 1 degree, cos 3 degree, cos 5 degree, cos 7 degree equal to tan theta find theta in the third quadrant. Okay. Find theta lying in the third quadrant is your homework question. Note this down first. And then your next question becomes, okay, actually, let's solve this question quickly. Come on. Guys, I want you to solve it now. Come on, please. Solve this. What do you get?
One,
Hmm?
I said 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, 1 minute. I was looking for the answer. Okay, good. Yeah.
Theta is 184 degrees.
Sorry, beta is? The theta is 184 degrees. That's absolutely right, man. That's correct. Well done. All right. So what you do first is you club the angles where the sum is the same. Okay. So this is 1 plus 7, 8. This is also 3 plus 5, which is 8. Okay. So sine 1 plus sine 7 is what I calculate first. That becomes 2 sine 4 degree. This thing plus this by 2. And then cos this minus this by 2, which becomes 3 degree, plus the remaining is 2 sine, again 4 degree, cos 1 degree divided by 2. So again, I'll take the cos where the sum of the angle is the same. 2 cos 4 degree, cos 3 degree, plus next is 3 and 5 I'll take together, cos 4 degree, cos 1 degree. All right. Then what will happen is, here 2 sine 4 degree is common, 2 cos 4 degree is common. The remaining is cos 3 plus cos 1. Bottom may I'll have cos 3 plus cos 1 and both cancel each other out. So I'm left with tan 4 degree. But the question was, I want theta in the third quadrant. Okay. So tan theta will be tan pi plus theta. Remember, tan is positive in the first and third quadrant. So we're looking at pi plus theta, which becomes 184 degrees. Got this? Any doubts here?
No, sir.
Rest of you?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Okay, let's move ahead. So you know from multiple angles, what is sine 2 theta?
2 sine
We are doing
theta.
multiple angles. Is what sine 2 theta? You must have used it so many times. Come on.
2 sin theta cos theta.
2 sine theta cos theta. In terms of tan theta, can you write it?
2 tan theta
By 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Now, how do we get that is, okay, so I want you to remember that formula, okay, 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, but how to get that is, I'm going to convert this cos theta into cos square theta. All right. So what does that mean? I basically divide by cos theta, right? So then I get 2 tan theta into cos square theta. That I'll write it as denominator sec square theta. And you already know that sec square theta is nothing but 1 plus tan square theta. Got this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so remember the denominator will be sec square theta. Okay, that's the trick here. So whenever you don't remember the formula, is it 1 plus tan square theta, is it 1 minus tan square theta? Just remember, the denominator has to be sec square theta. So there's a formula you already know, modify that. Okay, so for denominator to be sec square theta, numerator should be cos square theta. Okay, that's the idea here. All right, what about cos 2 theta? What do you do here? Cos 2 theta. Can you write it in terms of, okay, cos square and sin square?
Cos square theta minus sin square theta.
Exactly. All right, good. Now, in terms of cos square theta alone, what will it be?
2 cos square theta minus 1.
In terms of sin square theta alone?
1 minus
1
2
minus
sin
2 sin square theta.
Okay. And then in terms of tan, what will it be?
1 minus tan square theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta.
Lovely. Well done. Okay. You know where this came from, right, guys? So in this equation, what you do is take cos square theta outside. That's the idea. Numerator should have cos square theta, which means denominator will have sec square theta. Then you'll get 1 plus tan square theta. Then you'll get 1 minus tan square theta here, sin square theta by cos square theta. And then this cos square theta becomes sec square theta, which is nothing but 1 plus tan square theta. Got it? Okay. So, all right. So remember this. Then what do we have? Okay. More formulas. 1 plus cos 2 theta. What will that be? 1 plus cos 2 theta. Guys, I want all of you to be very thorough with all these formulas. Okay. So these formulas that I'm giving are not just the basic formula, they are the important ones. Okay. 1 plus cos 2 theta, 1 minus cos 2 theta. What will this be?
2 sin square theta.
Exactly. Second one will be 2 sin square theta. The first one will be 2 cos square theta. So the idea is to multiply the angle. This is theta, you have to make it 2 theta. Or 2 theta you have to make it theta. All right. So here it's a linear, here it's a quadratic figure. Degree 2, degree 1. So that is the transformation here. All right. Then we have another way of writing. Oh, let's not spoil the suspense. 1 minus cos 2 theta by sin 2 theta. What will the answer be? 1 minus cos 2 theta by sin 2 theta. Please look at it and place it. Don't write and calculate it out. Like, try to look at it, try to cancel out terms in your mind, and then tell me the answer. What do you get? 1 minus cos 2 theta in the numerator will be 2
Tan
sin square
theta.
theta. You can see it right above. Okay. Yes. Correct. That's the answer. And then sin 2 theta will become
2 sin
2
theta
sin
cos
theta
theta.
cos theta.
sin theta cos theta. So we have 2 sin square theta on the top and 2 sin theta cos theta below. Okay, so 2 sin theta goes off for sure. What remains? Sin square theta on top and sin theta cos theta below. So one more sin theta is cancelled. No, first we cancel only the 2, then we cancel sin theta, and then I'm left with sin theta by cos theta, which is nothing but tan theta. Okay, all right. So similarly, 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by sin 2 theta will be
Cot theta.
cot theta. All right, so you'll get 2 sines, okay, 2 cos square theta you'll get on top. You'll get 2 sin theta cos theta. So 1 cos theta, 1, 2 will get cancelled out. You get cos theta by sin theta, which is nothing but cot theta. All right, so moving on from our previous tangent. What is tan 2 theta? Okay, so just divide sine 2 theta and cos 2 theta. That's the idea. Anyway, the denominator was 1 plus tan square theta, which gets cancelled out. All right. So when you divide that, you'll get 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta. Got this? Or write this as tan theta plus theta, tan A plus B, which is tan A plus tan B, tan theta plus tan theta, which is 2 tan theta divided by 1 minus tan A tan B, 1 minus tan theta, tan square theta. All right. Now this,
Yes, sir.
okay, so take good time, but make sure you learn all these formulas. All right. Right. So practice as much as possible. And for trigonometry, I frankly suggest 500 problems for practice. Okay, if you do 500 problems, you will be pretty familiar with the formula. You will still keep forgetting it after a period of time. Okay. But then the chance of you forgetting it becomes much lesser once you cross 500 problems quickly. So please try to find time and solve 500 problems. It's not like if you solve any 500 problems, you're good. But that's the basic rule of thumb. You do 500 problems, you're decently good at trigonometry. Right? So, but then pick your problems, do them right, finish the NCERT exercise first, and then solve any trigonometry problem you get in your way. Now, let's look at the angles. 5 by 8, 3, 5 by 8. What is tan pi by 8? How do I find this? Tan pi by 8. How do you find tan of pi by 8? What do you do here? What is tan pi by 4? 1. That I can write as 2 tan pi by 8 by 1 minus tan square pi by 8. Right or wrong? Guys. People.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then I write this as 2t by 1 minus t square. And I'll get t square plus 2t minus 1 equal to 0. I need to solve for this. T is equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. Then this becomes minus 1 plus or minus root 2. Right? Okay. So our answer for tan pi by 8, is it minus 1 minus root 2 or minus 1 plus root 2? Which one is it? Guys, which one is it?
Minus 1 plus root 2.
Minus 1 plus root 2. Because pi by 8 is in the first quadrant, we are expecting a positive value. So this is wrong. Okay. But there's another way I told you to find tan theta, right? 1 minus cos 2 theta by sin 2 theta or 1 plus cos 2 theta by sin 2 theta. Right. Tan by sin 2 theta. Right. So here, what is 1 minus cos 2 theta here? 1 minus cos pi by 4 divided by sin pi by 4 will be tan pi by 8. So here you're not getting a quadratic. That's why this formula is much faster. Okay. 1 minus 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2. Here we get root 2 minus 1 divided by 1. Okay. So this is tan pi by 8. So that's what I'm getting. Okay. Minus 1 plus root 2. That was my answer. All right. Guys, are you following or am I just speeding along?
Sir, form.
Understood.
Anyone with any doubt? Please ask, or we just move ahead to tan 3 pi by 8. What is this? Please find tan 3 pi by 8. What is tan 3 pi by 8? You can write that as cot pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 8. And this pi by 2, I will write it as 4 pi by 8. Then it becomes cot pi by 8. It is nothing but 1 by tan pi by 8. What is tan pi by 8? Root 2 minus 1. Okay. So then I rationalize the denominator. It becomes root 2 plus 1. Right. Guys, this was supposed to be easy, so I'm a little disappointed. So what is tan 3 pi by 8 here? I just wrote it as cot of pi by 2 minus theta. Right? Tan theta is cot pi by 2 minus theta. From there, I got it as cot pi by 8. I already have tan pi by 8 as root 2 minus 1. And then I use that to get root 2 plus 1. Aditi and Harish, please unmute. Can I ask you why you guys are muting?
So my brother came in, sir.
Okay. That's all right. Try not to mute. Aditi still hasn't unmuted. Are you not listening? Okay. Tan A is 1 by 3. Find tan 2A. Quickly, guys, tell me the answer. I need the answer in a minute. Playing with these formulas. Quickly, I want. What do you get the answer as? This becomes 6. 2 tan A by 1
That
minus
is a
tan
3
square A.
by 4.
Yes. It is. Well done. Okay. 2 tan A by 1 minus tan square A will come out to be 3 by 4. It's given that if, let's move on to the next one. Cos A is equal to 4 by 5. Cos A is equal to 4 by 5. You have to find tan of A by 2. Okay, this will be interesting. Okay, you have to find tan of A by 2. What will happen here? So had I add 1 minus cos A divided by sin A, it'll become tan A by 2, right? What we just learned right now. 1 minus 4 by 5 will be 1 minus cos A. What about sin A? What's the value of
3
sin
by
A?
5.
3 by 5.
3 by 5. Plus or minus, don't forget. It can be either of those. Alright, it's not given to me that A is the first quadrant angle. If that was the case, then it would have been plus 3 by 5 alone. Okay, it can be both right now. So be careful of that. Alright, guys? You get plus or minus 1 by 3 as your final answer. What I'm getting here? Where is the question? Yes. Yeah, plus or minus 1 by 3 is the final answer. Alright, guys?
Yes, sir.
Not getting it, please ask.
Understood, sir.
Okay, oh, alright. Fine. Then theta is between 0 and pi by 8. Prove that 2 cos theta equal to root of 2 plus root of 2 plus. No, not one more root. 2 cos 4. Okay. Theta is between 0 and pi by 8. You have to prove that this is, come on, do this. It's given that theta is between 0 and pi by 8. You have to prove that 2 cos theta equal to root of 2 plus root 2 plus 2 cos 4 theta. And this becomes okay, Okay, we'll just look at the RHS first. 2 plus, I'll take root 2 common outside. Root of 1 plus cos 4 theta, right? Then this becomes root of 2 plus root 2. What is 1 plus cos 2 theta? 2 cos square theta. Sorry. 2 cos square theta. So that become cos double the angle. Sorry. Cos of half the angle. What am I even writing here? Cos of half the angle. Cos 2 theta. Right. So it will become 2 cos square 2 theta. So that will come out of the root as root 2 into mod cos 2 theta. All right. What happens next? I won't care about cos mod of cos 2 theta because it will be cos 2 theta. Why is that the case? Because theta is between 0 and pi by 8. Okay. So cos 2 theta will be between 0. So 2 theta will be between 0 and pi by 4. Cos of that is always positive. So I'll remove the modulus. Right. Then it becomes root of 2 plus 2 cos 2 theta, which will become root 2 into root 2 mod cos 4 theta. Again, 4 theta is between 0 and pi by 2, which means cos of 4 theta will be positive anyway. The modulus sign is redundant. Pi by modulus sign. Okay, so you get 2 cos theta as your final answer here. Got this?
Didn't understand, sir.
Okay, why did I write 4 theta here? So I'll explain it again. 1 second. Question was root of 2 plus 2 cos 4 theta. The formula I am using here is 1 plus cos 2x equal to 2 cos square x. Okay. All right. This much is okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I write 2 plus cos 2x, this will become 4 cos square x. Right. Okay. So I just half the angle and put it across. All right. So what does this become? Root of 2 plus root of 2 plus 2 cos 4 theta. Okay, so that becomes 4 cos square half this angle. What is this angle? 4 theta. Half this angle will be 2 theta. All right. So now this will become 2 plus 4 comes out as 2. Cos 2 theta will become mod of cos 2 theta. Right. Any doubts here? Any doubts here?
No, sir.
All right. Okay. Now it's given to me already that theta is between 0 and pi by 8. Right. Okay. So where does cos 2 theta lie? Sorry, where does 2 theta lie? Between 0 and pi by 4. Okay. 2 theta is between 0 and pi by 4. All right. So cos of 2 theta will also be positive because it's
Yes,
between
sir.
0 and pi by 4. You know, you'll get something between 1 and 1 by root 2. Okay. So this modulus sign is not really required. It was positive anyway. That's the idea. Okay. Got that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'll apply this formula one more time here. Okay. So now what do I get? 4 cos square theta inside the root. So that will come out to be 2 mod cos theta. But then theta is between 0 and pi by 8. So this modulus is mother for no reason. Okay. So from here you will get that the answer is 2. Got that now?
Yes, sir.
Is all of you got this? Any doubts here for this problem?
Okay.
No, sir.
And okay, I'll give the next question. Cos 18 degree minus sin 18 degree is root 2 sin 27 degree. Come on. You have to prove that. Prove that. Okay, prove that this is equal to that. Right. Look at the RHS. There's a clue there. There's a clue there. Okay, that root 2 is actually a big clue here. I just noticed that. Okay, an amazing clue. Root 2. Yes, come on. What are you getting? Well, can anyone suggest me an approach? Like, it might be wrong, it might be right, doesn't really matter. But I just want you to think for yourself. So can anybody suggest an approach?
Squaring on both sides.
Huh?
Squaring on both sides.
Squaring, huh?
Yes, sir.
You get 1 minus sine 54. No, not sine 54. You get sine 36, sorry. 1 minus sine 36 equal to 2 sine square. 1 minus sine 36 is cos 54. That's a beautiful answer. Okay. Who said that right now? Was that you?
I said squaring on both sides.
You really said squaring on both sides. Okay. Okay. So squaring on both sides works here. Okay. But then remember, in general, whenever you square both sides like randomly, okay, this is this and this is this, I'm just squaring both sides to solve for an answer, to find x or something. The problem is when you square, an extra root might come. So you have to cross check at the end. This is for other problems. Okay. This problem, it works perfectly. We are talking about sine 18, sine 27, all first quadrant angles. This works absolutely fine. But in other cases, okay, just make sure whatever final roots you get, just cross check with the initial one. Then you'll have to understand if both are correct or only one is correct. All right. So squaring basically leads to one extra root coming. Okay, so just be careful of that. So the method I wanted to suggest was, the method he said was simply square both sides. What do we get? Cos square 18 plus sine square 18 minus 2 sine 18 cos 18. Okay, so here you get 1 minus 2. What is this? Sine 18 cos 18. 2 sine A cos A is nothing but sine 2A. So 2 into 18 is 36 degrees. So I'll write that as 1 minus cos 90 minus 36. That's 54 degree. What is 1 minus cos 2 theta? I can write that as 2. 1 minus cos 2 theta will be 2
2
Sine
sine
square theta.
theta.
27.
Okay, 27. And this is nothing but this squared. Okay, that's the method he said, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Right. The method I wanted you guys to notice, and from now I want all of you to notice, would be, I'm not saying disregard this method. This method is absolutely fine. But I also want you to understand this one properly. Okay. So this is used in many other situations as well. Okay. So I see cos 18 minus sine 18. Okay. So in your mind immediately, cos theta minus sine theta is what I have. Okay. So whenever you have a cos theta plus or minus b sine theta equal to d, how would you continue solving this generally? Whenever you have a cos theta plus or minus b sine theta equal to d, how would you continue solving this? It's a method you learned in class 10, I think.
Divide the numerator by cos theta.
Divide numerator and denominator by?
Cos theta.
No, not cos theta. No, not cos theta. So your idea was to convert this into tan theta, right? The entire equation. And then solve for that. Okay, no. The problem is, this will be tan theta. This will become sec theta. Okay, if you divide by cos theta. Then both you'll have to still solve for. Okay, we still have a problem. Okay, so what we can do is, okay, so whenever we have, okay, I'll just repeat my point here. A cos theta plus or minus B sin theta. Okay, whatever value it is, plus or minus A cos theta, plus or minus B sin theta. It doesn't matter. Okay, so equal to D. What you do is, you try to form a triangle. Okay, what do I mean form a triangle? Is not a geometry question. So what you will do is, you will make A side and B a side of a triangle. Like it doesn't matter plus or minus, the sign will take care of itself. Okay, don't worry about that. A and B. And then what is the hypotenuse B? If you're making a right
Root
triangle
over a
here,
square plus b square.
root of A square plus B square. So you'll multiply and divide by the hypotenuse. Alright. So you'll put root A square plus B square. And let's just assume it was A cos theta minus B sin theta for now, for our ease of this thing calculation. Then it will become A by root A square plus B square cos theta minus B by root A square plus B square sin theta equal to D. Okay. Now, what is A by root A square plus B square? So you'd call this angle alpha. Then what does it become? This becomes sin alpha cos theta. So you're making a triangle. You're constructing a triangle with an alpha which you imagine inside your head. Okay, it's not imaginary, it's different. Right? An alpha which you imagine inside your head. Okay, as sin alpha being A by root A square plus B square and cos alpha being B by root A square plus B square. Okay, and then this term becomes cos alpha sin theta. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B is sin A minus B. Okay, into root A square plus B square. That's the idea I'm going to bring into this problem. So here, the coefficients are 1 and minus 1. Did you get that? Okay, so what will I divide by? I'll divide by root 2. Okay, so this becomes 1 by root 2 cos 18, 1 by root 2 sin 18. Okay, into root 2. Guys, any doubts here? Guys, any doubts here? I wrote my question as cos minus sin, right? That's how it was. Cos 18 minus sin 18. Yeah. Okay. So this becomes 1 by root 2 cos 18 minus 1 by root 2 sin 18. All right. What will this become? Sin pi by 4. I'll call this sin 45 into cos 18 minus cos 45 into sin 18. And this becomes sin A cos B minus cos A sin B, which is sin A minus B, which becomes root 2 sin 27. Guys, I explained it twice. That's why it seemed like a long method, but it's actually a one-step thing. Right? It just starts from here, this step. Okay. From there, you move to the next step. Got it? In an exam hall, that's what will normally happen. Okay, you'll start from this. You see sin 18 minus cos 18. Or you see sin x plus cos x or sin x minus cos x. You simply multiply, divide by root 2. Okay, got that? All right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, yeah, let's move on to the next question. Or let's just up the standard a bit, shall we? Okay, JEE 98 question. Okay, I don't know when you guys will want. This is JEE 2009. Sorry, JEE 1998 question. Okay, so, which of the following is rational? Okay, sin 15 degree, cos 15 degree, sin 15, cos 15. I don't think they'll ask such a nice question again, but yeah, let's find this out. This is one of the easier questions in that paper, cos 75 degree. Okay, which of the following is rational. All right, that's the way. Come on.
So sine 15 cos 15.
Hmm?
Sine 15 cos 15. Sir.
Why? Why do you say that?
Multiply and divide by 2, you get 2 sine 15 cos 15 by 2.
Exactly. You get sine 30 by 2.
2.
Okay, exactly. So you get 2 sine 15 cos 15 divided by 2. And 2 sine theta cos theta is sine 2 theta. That's why you get sine 30. And sine 30, as you already know, is 1 by 2 divided by 2, which is 1 by 4. And this becomes rational. All right. Sine 15 is what? Sine 45 minus 30. Okay, that you can write it as sine A cos B, which is cos 30, root 3 by 2, minus cos A sin B. So root 3 by 1 by 2 root 2. Okay, that will be this. This is irrational. Something like this. So cos 15 will be root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. All right. Sin 15 cos 75 is sin 15 square. And you just need to square that to find out that it's still irrational. Right. So let's move on. Okay, you know 3A formulas. Oh my god, I forgot to teach you that. Huh? The sin 3A formulas. What is sin 3A?
3 sine A minus 4 sine cube A.
Okay, guys, never forget this. Okay, cos 3A, 4 cos cube A minus 3 cos A. All right. What about tan 3A? What about tan 3A? Remember, okay,
3
tan
tan
2A, all right, is tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. Okay, so you're in 12th, right? All of you.
Yes, sir.
So you should be able to understand this. Okay, so just watch closely. Okay, tan 2A is tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. So in other words, I write it as the sum taken one at a time. Okay, not tan 2A, tan A plus B. Okay, yeah. Okay, sum taken one at a time, tan A plus tan B minus sum taken two at a time. So tan A tan B is the only way you can take it two at a time. So that is why I'm writing it as tan A tan B here. Okay. All right. All possible combinations of tan A and tan B. On top, you have sum of all tan A. Now, tan of A plus B plus C. Okay. Tan of A plus B plus C. How would you do this? What you do is sum of tan A, basically tan A plus tan B plus tan C minus sum taken 3 at a time, tan A, tan B, tan C. Okay. So that only one possibility is there. Tan A, tan B, tan C divided by 1 minus the sum taken 2 at a time. Are you following? 1 minus tan A, tan B plus tan B, tan C plus tan A, tan C. Guys, I know it looks cluttered, but can you write the formula down neatly?
Yes, sir.
Tan A plus
Yes,
tan B
sir.
plus, sorry, tan of A plus B plus C. Guys, did you know this before? If you know this before, tan of 3A will be a piece of cake. It will be tan A plus tan A plus tan A. You write it as A plus A in your mind. Okay. So you'll take the sum 3 at a time, which is nothing but 3 tan A. 1 at a time. Minus the sum taken 3 at a time. That will be tan A into tan A into tan A, which is tan cube A, divided by 1 minus 3 into, sorry, 1 minus what? The sum taken 2 at a time, which is tan A plus tan A tan A plus tan A tan A. That's the idea. Okay. Okay, this plus this, and this plus this. Okay, so you get 3 tan square A. This is where this formula comes from. Got it? You can simply divide both of them and make sure you convert everything into a tan term. That is also good enough. Okay, you will get a sec square term and all that you can balance. You can take care of it. Right? But then make sure it's all in tan. Okay, and then you'll get the same formula. But then this is the formula I would like you to remember because you get where it's coming from. The applications are much more diverse. Okay. Got this, or do you have more doubts? Do you have any doubt here? Guys, you know what I'm doing here. I'm actually putting a question in front of you, hoping you understand it. But if you don't respond, I'll be like, okay, you don't understand the theory there. I'm teaching that. So there is a good possibility that I might be over explaining, like spoon feeding. Can you please respond and make sure that doesn't happen?
Sir, understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So if you know this already, please tell me. Okay. All right. So next, let's move on to 5a. What is sine 5a and cos 5a? Actually, this is not required. Sine 5a, cos 5a is not required because it's something to remember more than solve. You can solve it on your own and find it out. That is what I frankly suggest. Right, let's just move ahead. Now, let's do a few problems. 8 sine cube 40 degree minus 6 sine of 40 degree. What will this be? 8 sine cube 40 degree minus 6 sine 40 degree. Yes, we are just doing one problem based on this. Quickly do this.
So is
We
it
get-
1?
Hmm?
1.
So this can be written as 2 into 4 sine cube 40. Siddharth, I'm not sure. I'll just quickly find out. Okay. Minus this thing 3 sine 40. So this is nothing but 2 into sine 120. Yes. What is sine 60? What is sine 60? Root 3 by 2. Sorry.
Oh.
It's not 1. It's not 1. It's root 3. Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Answer will be wait, I'm getting minus root 3. Okay.
Sir,
you
it should be.
Yeah,
Sir,
tell
you
me,
should
tell me.
take minus 2 out
Yes, sir.
to
Then
get
only
the
it will be-
sine PA.
Yeah, my God, yes. 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta is cos 3 theta. But sine 3 theta is 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. Guys, this I was telling to myself, not you guys, okay? So sine 3 theta is 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. So it was basically taking minus 2 out here. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely right. Okay. So here you get minus 2 into root 3 by 2. Minus root 3 will be our answer here. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for noticing that. Now, good. Now, let's do another problem, or let's do some more formulas. When we have time, we'll do other problems. Okay. So, other formulas are sine theta. Okay, this can be pretty interesting. Sine 60 minus theta. Sine 60 plus theta is equal to sine 3 theta by. Okay. What I do is I play with sine 60 minus theta, sine 60 plus theta to get it as sine square 60 minus sine square theta. All right. You get sine square 60 minus sine square theta here. And then expand this. You will get sine 3 theta by 4, basically. All right. Now, okay, you will get a sine theta term here. You will get a sine cube theta term here. You will get sine 3 theta by 4 finally. All right. So remember this formula, guys. Okay. Same for this thing. Cos theta. Cos 60 minus theta, cos 60 plus theta. That's the formula, right? Cos 60 plus theta will be cos 3 theta by 4. All right. So just remember this. There is a formula if you have some cos theta, cos 60 minus theta, cos 60 plus theta. Same for sine. Okay. You take 3 times the angle, divide by 4. You can quickly derive it also. Just take care of the 60 plus theta, 60 minus theta part first. Right? You will get the answer. Got this? So can you tell me what is tan theta? Tan 60 minus theta, tan 60 plus theta will be similar. What will it be?
Tan 3 theta by 4.
No. That's by 4 cancels out. Remember. Okay. You're just dividing the first two equations by each other. Okay, to get this one and this thing and this thing. So when you divide, the by 4 cancels out, you get tan 3 theta alone. All right. So this is another way of looking at tan 3 theta. Okay. All right. This is a less useful way of looking at tan 3 theta. Look at that. All right. Okay, guys, got this?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
No doubt. Fine. I hope you guys noted this down. If was this familiar to you or not?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Please note this down properly. Please note this down properly. I'm speeding along, thinking that okay, it's trigonometry. You did this in 11th. I'm just repeating things in front of you. Okay, so please note this down neatly. All right, these are
Sir.
new and important formulas. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, can you derive that? I couldn't understand. How did you get that?
Okay, Hara. So I'll just do the first part. The second and third part you can take care of it. Okay. Sine of. You got this right? Sine 60 minus sine theta. Sine square theta. Square 60 minus sine square theta. So what is sine square 60? Root 3 by 2 square, which is 3 by 4. This becomes 4 sine square theta by 4. Right. So then 1 by 4, 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta when you multiply this inside. So that is nothing but sine 3 theta. Got that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Got
It was a simple derivation only, right? What happened? Guys, any issue with the derivation here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. Got it.
Now, let's get on with this. We've got sine 20, sine 40, sine 80. If you get something like this, what do? You won't worry. You quickly solve it. What do you write it as?
Sine 60 minus 20.
See, theta, 60 minus theta, 60 plus theta. Okay. And then what does this become? Sine 3 theta by 4, which is sine 60 by 4. Root 3 by 8. This will be your answer quickly. Okay. You understand how this is useful?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have to recognize this form. Once you recognize, boom, you have the answer quickly. All right. If you know 3 times the theta. Okay, that's the point here. Okay. Next, yeah, we'll do more questions later. I have to cover something called a continued product. Next time we have 15 minutes. Time for roughly 2 problems we have. Okay, then I want to introduce something new. Okay, guys, check it. We'll do problems in the next class. I want to cover something here. Sine 18 degrees, cos 36 degrees, 54 degrees, 108 degrees, and all start from sine 18. Okay, cos, sine, whatever. All of this start from sine 18 degrees. Let's start solving for sine 18 degrees. Okay, do you know what sine 18 is? Guys, it's not there in NCERT. That's why I'm asking.
No, sir.
You know the value? Okay, cool. Then it's worth learning. Okay, so what I know is 5 into 18 is 90 degree.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Okay, so I will write this as 90 degree equal to 5 theta. Now, I'm looking for sine of 5 theta equal to what on earth? I will write this as sine of 2 theta plus 3 theta. So basically, I wrote 5 theta as 2 theta plus 3 theta. Okay, note this much down first. Quickly, come on. Note this much down. Then, what's the next part? Sine of this plus this. Sine A plus B is sine A cos B plus cos A Sin B. Okay. This will be equal to, what is this? What am I talking about here? This is sin 90.
1.
Okay, sin 90 is 1. Exactly. This will be equal to 1 here. All right. So what is sin 2 theta?
2 sin theta cos theta.
2 sin theta cos theta. Cos 3 theta.
4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta.
Cos theta. So I'm going to multiply inside by this cos theta. Okay. Then plus cos 2 theta into sin 3 theta. I'll write sin 3 theta first. 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta. And then cos 2 theta will hence become
Cos square theta minus sin square theta.
okay. Frankly speaking, I'm a little stuck here. This is not how it should go. I have pi by 2 equal to 2 theta plus 3 theta. Hey, I just got stuck here. Okay, just sorry about that. Just give me a second. Figure it out. So I'll write 3 theta as pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Maybe this should help. Okay. Take sign on both sides. I'm looking for sin theta finally. Right. So sine of 3 theta will be 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta. Now, sine of pi by 2 minus 2 theta is cos of 2 theta. And what is cos of 2 theta in terms of sin theta? That will become
1
1
minus 2
minus
sin square.
2 sin square theta. Thank you. And then from here, I will get 4 sin cube theta minus 2 sin square theta minus 3 sin theta plus 1 equal to 0. If I put sin theta equal to 1, what happens? Minus 5. Okay. So this should work. So sin theta minus 1 should divide this. Why? If I put sin theta equal to 1, I'm getting 0. Okay. So what multiplies sin theta minus 1 to get this cubic? Cubic, we don't have any direct method of solving. Okay. So we have to substitute a value, get one root, and from there we have to deduce the remaining values. Okay. So what multiplies with this to get 4 sin cube theta? 4 sin square theta. All right. Next, what is there? There's a minus 2 sin square theta. How do we get that? When I multiply this and this, I get minus 4 sin square theta. But then I need minus 2 sin square theta. Basically, I have to add 2 sin square theta. And that I'll get by multiplying 2 sin theta here. All right. Then what remains? Minus 2 sin theta. I need minus 3 sin theta. So there'll be a minus 1, which will, make it minus sin theta, minus 2 sin theta, which is minus 3 sin theta, minus 1, plus 1. So this is the product. All right. Guys, did you follow what I did here?
Yes, sir.
Did all of you follow what I did here?
Yes, sir.
Broke it into 2 parts and then, okay, neatly. Now, here, this should fetch me my sin theta value because sin theta is equal to 18 right here in our context. Sin 18 is not equal to 1. We know that for a fact. All right. So we leave that alone and look at this. We focus only on this. Sin theta equal to, we'll use Sridharacharya formula or famously known as quadratic formula. Minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac. C was minus 1. That's why it became this thing. By 2a. 2a is 8. Then I get minus 2 minus root 20. Root 20 by 8. So I'll write that as 2 root 5 by 8. So minus. So I get plus or minus root 5 minus 1 by 4. Okay. This is equal to sin 18. Which one would we take? We'll take root 5 minus 1 by 4. We'll take the plus part. Why? Because sine 18, you know, is positive. Got this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have sine 18 equal to root 5 minus 1 by 4. I would prefer if you guys remember this. All right. Because wherever you see in a question, root 5 minus 1 by 4, you should be able to substitute sine 18. Or whenever you see a minus root 5 minus 1 or root 5, sorry, a minus root 5 minus 1, root 5 plus 1, all of these will be a variation of sine 18. Okay. If they ask you what's cos 72, what will you write? It'll be sine of
90
90
minus
minus
20.
72, which is sine 18. Immediately you'll write root 5 minus 1 by 4. Okay. Now, what about cos 18? What about cos 18? You don't need to remember this. You'll be able to derive it, okay, using the same method. You'll get root 5 plus 1 by 4. Okay, guys? All right. Cos 18, you'll get as root 5 plus 1 by 4. So now what is sine 72? Root 5 plus 1 by 4. Okay, you can find a lot of angles this way, guys. All right. What is sine 54? It's sine of 3 into 18 degrees. Rest you can manage, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. All right. So it's that simple. Okay. So just remember sine 18 is root 5 minus 1 by 4. Everything else will fall into place on its own. Got this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we not have good problems. Okay, this is on an unrelated note. Just try solving this. 15 was 2 pi by 15 was 4 pi by 15 was 8 pi by 15 was 16 pi by 15. Okay, you see the angles are doubling. Okay, clearly. All right, what can you do here is the question. What can you do here? Once you see angles are doubling, guys, okay, remember the formula. Sine 2 theta equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. Okay. All right, guys. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay. So the thing is, if I have a cos theta here, basically that is what I have in this question. Okay, there's a cos theta here. If I multiply with sine theta and I get 2 sine theta cos theta, I can double the angle. So then I'll get the next angle. And then I'll get the next angle. And then I'll get the next angle. That is what will happen. I'll show you. Okay. So I'll multiply this with, okay, I'll write 16 as 8 because you know I'll take 2 out. And then I'll multiply inside by sine 2 pi by 15 and denominator becomes sine 2 pi by 15. Okay. And then I get cos 2 pi by 15 and then the remaining terms cos 4 pi by 15, cos 8 pi by 15 and cos 16 pi by 15. What happens to this part? This is part inside the bracket. 8 by 2 pi by 15 and write it as 8. This becomes sine 4 pi by 15. All right. This you club it with the cos 4 pi by 15. You take a 2 out. This becomes 4. And then what do you get? 4 into this, and the 2 from here becomes 2 sine 4 pi by 15 cos 4 pi by 15, which is sine 8 pi by 15. So you have to imagine that going to cos 8 pi by 15, you'll take 1 2 out of it. So then what you are left with is 2 what? Sine 16 pi by 15 into cos 16 pi by 15. All right. Don't forget, we have to divide by sine 2 pi by 15 that we had initially. Okay. So the only division part that's remaining. Now, what is sine 16 pi by 15 cos 16 pi by 15? This becomes 2 sine 31 pi by 15. Jesus. Okay. Divide by sine 2 pi by 15. 32 pi by 15.
Only
Sorry?
32 pi. Only sine 32 pi by
Oh, yeah,
15.
2 goes off. Yes. You're right. 2 goes off. And then, what does the value become here? What does the value become?
1, sir.
Exactly. Sine 32 pi by 15, you can write as sine
2 pi plus pi by
plus
15.
2 pi by.
2 pi.
Correct. That's what you meant. I understood. Yeah. Right. Okay. So sine 2 pi plus theta is sine theta itself. So this is nothing but sine 2 pi by 15. Both of them cancel out. You get 1 as your answer. Guys, I hope you enjoyed solving these problems. Okay. Do you have any doubts here? Any of these ideas discussed today?
Where did 2 pi come from?
Where
32
did?
pi. 2 pi.
Thir-
Just 2.
Okay, so 32 pi by 15. Okay, 32 pi by 15. I wrote it as 30 pi by 15 plus 2 pi by 15. Okay, and then this 30 and 15 cancel out to give 2 pi.
Got it, sir.
Okay. So you just notice that it just looks like a huge angle. So can you shrink it down? There you go. Okay, any doubts regarding today's class?
No, sir.
Okay, so trigonometric identities have been covered actually. Just that I would like you to solve 500 problems on your own. Can you please do that for me?
Sure, sir.
Would you do 500 problems on your own?
Yes, sir.
Not before next class. No. That's too much pressure. You have school, you have a life of your own, you have things to manage. Yes. But to become better at trigonometry, would you take a couple of months out? Do some 5 to 7 problems a day where you practice different formulas. Look, I want the formulas to be second nature to you. So that when you look at numbers, right, you can see formulas there instead of the numbers. So that is the stage where I want you to reach. But before that, you'll have to practice those 500 problems first. Right? Would you do that, please?
Yes,
Take
sir.
some time out. Okay, do some 5, 6, 7 problems every day. But the point is every day. Okay, you will reach how many other problems you want. Okay. If you do 50 problems a day, you can finish it in 10 days. But I think that's too much. You do 5 problems a day, you can finish it in 100 days. That sounds like a plan. But then the point is the 100 days. Okay, you have to do it continuously for 100 days. You do 7 problems, you get a 30% reduction, something like that. Right? Got this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
In 2 months, you do 7 problems each, you can cover the formulas. Right? So that is the 500 problem way of going about it, because at some point you will learn it up fully. When you revise it again and again, you will get it properly. The other method is just do the toughest problems you see. You're not aiming for 500 problems first. You're doing the toughest problems you see, and those formulas you write it down in that book I told you to write. Okay? You following?
Yes, sir.
This book I told you, are you guys following that idea? Where the first page is index?
This is the logbook.
Yeah. Where you log everything. Are you following that, guys?
Little, sir. Like,
Okay, guys, please start following it. Okay, you're not too late to start also right now. What do you need to do for that? Write an index page and give yourself a grading out of 5. Okay, right next to it with a pencil. With a pencil, give yourself grading because you'll have to keep changing it. When you're bad, you have to remove star. When you're good, you have to add a star. So, and then the rest of the book, you will be writing all the tough problems, basically problems you were not able to solve. Mark out the point where you got stuck. Okay, just highlight that part. Then what do? Formulas that you're not able to remember. Okay, write that down. Concepts that you're not able to recollect. Like there are things like I go through this on a regular basis. It's normal. Okay, you must have studied something, and like a week or a month later, like a while later, you look at it again. You just don't remember that you even studied it. Does that happen to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it happens to me regularly. All right. So the thing is, it happens to everybody. But so how to alleviate that is by revising regularly. Okay. So there should be a gap where you revise. Okay, gap where you don't touch it at all, and then suddenly you revise. You go through that process. Oh my God, I haven't seen this at all. Where was this? So you'll see it again, and your brain will be conscious of that the next time you study it, the next time you revise it. So those concepts that need revision, just write it down there. Okay, because before an exam, you will be revising it from that book itself. You don't need to go anywhere else. All right. So before an exam, you won't be studying for 2 days, 3 days, and all. You'll be studying how much ever time it takes to finish that little book where those chapters are there, and it's neatly segregated. Okay. So that is why I'm asking you to follow this plan. All right. For trigonometry, it will be very useful because there are tons of formulas, tons of problems to get stuck with. All right. So start using it for that. It will be useful. Okay. So rather than solving 500 problems, solve tough problems, put it there. Okay. Got this, guys?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's your wish which approach to take. Some people are comfortable doing 500 problems, go for it. All right, I'm nobody to stop you from doing that. Okay, do it. And then you can incorporate the same thing into this method. From the 500 problems, whichever is tough, bring it here. Whichever concept you forgot, bring it here. Okay. All right. So please start practicing. Okay, guys?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine then. Take care, guys. I'll be ending class now. All right.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
okay,
Thank you,
thank you.
sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. If you have any doubts, stay back. I don't think so.